Valentina, this is Lip Sync for Your Life. We need to see your lips.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo Glow, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 worst lip syncs on RuPaul's Drag Race. Number 10, Kimora Black versus James Mansfield. Even with the musicians present, the contestants failed to bring their A games while lip syncing for their lives to Love Shack. Overall, the energy was sorely lacking, and the choreography was uninspired. They poorly executed drops to the floor one after another. It's a coin toss determining who was worse. James was ultimately asked to leave, but it could have gone either way. Number 9, Plastique Tiara versus Raja O'Hara versus Sugar Cane versus Akira C. Davenport versus Honey Davenport versus Scarlet Envy.
Y'all need to step your pussy up.
Rather than narrowing things down to a bottom 2 in season 11, RuPaul shockingly put all 6 of the bottom queens against each other. Their routines were chaotic but exciting. Though Honey Davenport stood still for so long that she looked lazy and boring. Honey's stage leap was also awkward enough to leave Ru with a scowl, and her crawls looked even more desperate. While there were poor wig reveals in the mix too, it was Honey's flailing choreography that deservedly got her eliminated that night.
Number 8, Vivienne Pinay versus Honey Mahogany.
Despite their poor offerings in a ballet challenge, both Honey Mahogany and Vivienne Pinay boasted about their abilities going into the bottom 2. And this was to Oops, I Did It Again, so there was no excuse for them to be so bland.
It's Britney Spears. Bring it.
After this lazy face-off, it wasn't even that jarring that RuPaul eliminated both queens for the first time ever.
I'm sending you both home.
Number 7, Dax Exclamation Point versus Layla McQueen.
The trash talk was fierce going into Dax and Layla's bottom 2 duel, so you'd expect them to throw themselves into the music. Despite their dramatic openings, the rest of their lip sync to I Will Survive was reserved and unenthusiastic.
1 second, you'd be back to bother me. Oh, now go.
Power moves like splits were notably sloppy, and outfit removals were anticlimactic to say the least. The mix of smug attitude and underwhelming energy was frustrating to watch, and got both queens eliminated.
Number 6, Trinity the Tuck versus Charlie Hides.
Trinity the Tuck and Charlie Hides had one of the most lopsided lip syncs in Drag Race history. Trinity went all out from the start, and she flipped enough to have the judges screaming and laughing endlessly. Charlie, on the other hand, planted herself to the extent that her fellow queens were screaming at her to move. Her I give up attitude was disrespectful to Trinity's efforts and the competition as a whole. With such a top-notch lip sync from Trinity, Charlie's excuses only added to how shameful her lip sync came off to audiences.
Number 5, Penetration versus Serena Chacha.
I hopped up the plane at LAX with a dream, my cardigan.
Both contestants pulled classic drag queen tricks during this lip sync for your life. While Serena's worked in her favor, Penny's were more transparent. Like many before her, the queen wearing green sank into the splits and wowed her fellow contestants. Meanwhile, her competitor continued to turn away from the judges in an attempt to hide the fact that she hadn't mastered the words to Miley Cyrus's Party in the USA. The fatal mistake caused her to be the first girl sent home in season 5. Number 4, Valentina versus Nina Bonina Brown.
Valentina was one of the dominating queens on season 9 of Drag Race, so it was surprising to see her cover her face in a lip sync. Despite her otherwise solid dancing against Nina Bonina Brown, Valentina's mask caused the judges to unexpectedly reset the battle.
Valentina, this is Lip Sync for Your Life. We need to see your lips.
Her lack of actual lip syncing dragged the performance down, as Nina strutted circles around her. While it was unprofessional for Valentina to forget her words, it was more upsetting to watch considering how talented she'd been on the show. And by messing up such an essential part of Drag Race, Valentina's mistake was a standout.
Number 3, Cameron Michaels versus Asia O'Hara.
Ladies, this is your last chance to impress me and save yourself.
The finals of RuPaul's Drag Race are supposed to showcase the best of the best, but things don't go as planned for Asia O'Hara's props. Cameron Michaels turns it out in her kimono-like top to Janet Jackson's Nasty, strutting all over the stage. Meanwhile, Asia sadly stays in place with her butterfly-adorned top,
Though flying creatures could be a stunning visual, the butterfly's lack of energy, and possibly not being alive anymore, completely deflate Asia's performance.
With Cameron's ecstatic costume reveals, O'Hara looks gimmicky and lazy by comparison. Nasty feels like the best way to describe this lip sync.
Number 2, Mimi I'm First versus India Farah.
Despite the memo from RuPaul about brawling on stage only episodes prior, Mimi I'm First treated her lip sync with India like a wrestling match. Mimi's theatrical antics went from entertaining to rude as she pushed in front of her opponent like a needy child. While India kept a suave face on, her step off the stage reflected just how outlandish she had to be to deal with Mimi. But when Mimi actually lifted India, she turned the showdown into an uncomfortable altercation filled with unnerving screams. But at least it inspired some hilarious commentary from Rue.
Drag is not a contact sport.
Number 1, Silky Nutmeg Ganache versus Nina West.
By episode 11 of any season of Drag Race, the lip syncs should be jaw-dropping. So it's embarrassing to watch as Nina West and Silky Nutmeg Ganache groove like they have 2 left feet. Nina's choreography is full of weird shimmies and she barely moves anywhere. Though Silky creatively uses the back of the stage, she hilariously struggles over her own outfit. Silky's wig reveal feels clumsy, and all of her power moves come off like she's trying them for the first time. Rue is visibly off-put throughout the whole song, so her unenthused notes are comically satisfying.
Meh.